Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are doing a piece of tattoo artwork. You can see it here on the screen. You can hear a noise in the background in a minute because the diesel heater is just kicking in. It's going to start to speed up, so if you wonder what the noise is, it's the heater because it's freezing cold in here. Now we're using the Creos PS270. I've had this brush for quite some time. Here goes the heater, which is this one here. Top cup airbrush, double action, Mac valve to the bottom, really nice weighty brush on a 0.2, adjuster to the back to dial in your trigger. Job done, well worth the money if you're out for a brush for a bit of detail, and just a great workhorse. I just think they're really good, and that's why I picked this today to do this piece of artwork, because it's been a while since I've picked this brush up and I thought we'll give this a go. Paints we're using today is FW inks. I've got a load of skin tones already mixed. We're using the FW inks and we're using golden high flow acrylics, water for flushing through and mixing paint, thinning out and stuff, and we've got some thinners for stubborn paint if I need to clean out, cotton buds, kitchen towel, an artist brush. We've got some shields. I can tear some pieces of paper for shields as well. That's about it. That's all the stuff we need. There's no scratch back or erasing techniques on this because the paper is too absorbent for that. So we'll crack on. I'll stick you in a time lapse. Enjoy the video and the music, and I'll see you at the end for my final thoughts on the Creos with this piece of artwork. See you in a bit. Right guys, there you go. Just pull the microphone around. We got it done. I did a stint in the morning and absolutely struggled with the PS270. I think it was a bit too warm in here this morning and it was just tip dry, continuous. So I stopped. I'll point out in the time lapse where I actually stopped, went away, came back tonight and then smashed it out with ease with the 270. And I think it was definitely to do with the temperature in here. It was a little bit too warm. It was like 22, 23 degrees. Doesn't seem a lot, but running it on this, it was just tip drying up consistent. Now I've come in tonight and done a bit more while it's just cooled down slightly. Absolutely flowed fine. So a little bit about the PS270. Very comfortable brush. Trigger is on point. Mac valve's really nice to use. The slope of the body on these brushes I find really comfortable because it stretches your hand out. You feel like you're stretched out with it because you've got the slope here. So it brings your hand sort of more stretched back and your fingers more like this on the trigger. Nice view because you've got sort of a bit of a long front end here and the cup slightly slopes back. So when you work, you can see where you're going. So it's a nice comfortable brush and can achieve some great results. This is on cartridge paper, like I said at the beginning. So the paper is very absorbent. So when you spray on it, it tends to, you can get a little bit of bleed with it when the paint goes on. If it goes on wet, it can just slightly bleed into it, slightly. So you're just trying to build up nice and light and work it. To get your real sharps, you really got to use shields. Now in this, I didn't really use any shields, probably twice on this. The rest of it was just all sort of freehand going in. Because there's some quite sharps on these bits. A few little sharp bits in the hair, but the rest of it's sort of basically sort of soft and very sort of washed out. It looks more like a watercolour when you see it on the screen. How the tattoo's been done, it's very washed out patterns and shapes. So I used FW inks, I used a pink skin tone mix, I used an orange in the golden high flow, I used a blue and then just toned that back for this piece down here where it's like a grey blue here, just washed that out with a bit of shading grey over the top, blacks, white on the highlights, and that's it. They're the sort of colours that went down on it. So a nice sort of easy piece. A little bit weird when you're coming round these bits because you're staring at this, you sort of lose track where you are. So you're trying to, you probably see me putting my finger up and pointing and I'm just checking reference where I'm going on the image, like going I need a line there, a dot there, because it's very sort of like they're leaves but very weird looking. They probably don't look like that on the screen. You probably think, yeah, that's just leaves. But when you're staring at this and you've just got a pencil outline of all different squiggles, it's quite easy to lose track where you are. So started on the eye and then sort of worked the eye in, moved across, and then you work your bits. And I was going around just like dropping the black in on this piece. Right, I need to go here. I need a couple of dots over here, a bit over here, and you're just going round, just double sort of checking. We could have done a bit more around here, but I've just coloured this up and just put a bit of colour in coming round. But it looks like the image on the screen. So it was a nice one to do, and it was nice to sit with the PS270 again. Very comfortable trigger, especially on your pressing down. They're very soft when you press down. So comfortable to work with. You don't get any finger fatigue or you don't get any cramp in your hand being closed upon the brush. You're sort of opened out. Like I say, the only thing I had trouble with was tip dry at the beginning. It was so frustrating this morning. I just put the brush down and walked away. I thought I can't continue because I'm just going to completely ruin it. I'll come back later, have something to eat, fresh eyes, stick the tunes on. I prefer painting late at night, I just do, than daytime. I could sit through the night now and paint another portrait and another one till the early hours of the morning. I just find it more peaceful and quiet. I can crank the tunes on and just start smashing artwork out. So I hope you've enjoyed the time lapse and the sort of mini review on the 270. Well worth looking out for, guys. It's a good solid brush. There's one on Facebook Marketplace for 50 quid. You cannot go wrong, you really can't. So thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you are new to the channel, click that subscribe, press that notification. Drop your comments, tell me your thoughts. If you've got a 270, tell me your thoughts, we'll have a chat about it. And I will see you in tomorrow's video. I'm not going to say what it is, a little bit of a surprise. Cheers, guys.